we are observing Purushotam VRATA. We are every day singing this song, Jagannathastakam, and also Chauragirganya Purushashtakam. So today I want to read the meaning of Jagannathastakam. Purushottam means supreme person, and there are some who are unable to understand that how ultimate reality can be a person. They think personality means something limited, as we experience in this world. So opposite to it, absolute must be impersonal and formless, because if he has any form, that is limitation. If he has any personality, that is limitation. And if he is having form, then he's present in one place, he cannot be omnipresent. So this type of logic they give, but they don't know that Supreme Lord has Achintya Shakti, as stated in all scriptures. By his inconceivable power, he is omnipotent. He can do everything. In Shastra it is stated that Apurusha means he's not a person, means not material person, not this limited. He's person infinite. And his form also is infinite, but form. Looking like limited, but unlimited. So those who got the grace of Supreme Lord, they are able to understand, as we will hear from Brahma also, and also in Shastra it is stated, but there are some misinterpretations. So Purushottam means supreme person, is absolute source. If we are person, as long as Atma is present in the body, there is personality. When Atma leaves the body, then there is no more personality. From a dead body, you cannot get any knowledge, any taste, any feeling, nothing. Atma is, when Atma is present, then we observe personality. So Atma is a person. If our individual Atma, our real self, is a person, then what is the difficulty in understanding that cause of all Atmas, Supreme Lord, is also a person? Nothing cannot be the cause of something. Something is the cause of something. Nothing cannot be the cause of something. It is irrational. And if he is impotent, no Shakti, then how he can do that, what you were telling, that he takes the form? That is all irrational, but unless one gets the grace of Supreme Lord, he is unable to understand. One who gets, like here Brahma we are now hearing, he also could not understand about Krishna. Only when he surrendered to him, being bewildered by him, then by Krishna's grace he could realize. Then he worshipped him and prayed for forgiveness. So God has Achintya Shakti. Everything is possible for him. Achintya means inconceivable to our material senses. But with transcendental senses we can see, realize. So Jagannath is one form of Krishna. We heard about how he appeared when Krishna was feeling separation grief from Brajavasis. When Rohini was explaining, then he became ecstatic in that way. Then this form of Jagannath is there, but he's Krishna. So his abode is Purushottam Dham, and he's Purushottam. So that is why we are singing this Ashtaka every day during Purushottam month. Sometimes in great happiness, Lord Jagannath makes a loud concert with his flute in the groves on the banks of the Jamuna. He is like a bumblebee tasting the beautiful lotus-like faces of the cowherd damsels of Braja. Braja means Vrindavan. And great personalities such as Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Ganesh worship his lotus feet. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. In his left hand, Lord Jagannath holds a flute. On his head he wears peacock feathers, and on his hips he wears fine yellow silken cloth. From the corners of his eyes he bestows sidelong glances upon his loving devotees, and he always reveals himself through his pastimes in his divine abode of Vrindavan. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. So this is when one is seeing Jagannath as Krishna in Vrindavan. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was taking darshan in Jagannath Puri, then he would see Krishna in Vrindavan with flute on the shore of the great ocean, within a large palace atop the brilliant golden Nilachala hill. Lord Jagannath resides with his powerful brother Balabhadra and his sister Subhadra, who sits between them. May that Jagannath Swami, who bestows the opportunity for devotional service upon all godly souls, be the object of my vision. Lord Jagannath is an ocean of mercy and as beautiful as a row of blackish rain clouds. We heard Brahma also was telling that this color, but it is only resembles, it is not exactly like this. Only comparison is, but that color is transcendental. You need transcendental eyes to see. He is the storehouse of bliss for Lakshmi and Saraswati, and his face resembles a spotless, full-blown lotus. O best of demigods and sages, no, the best of demigods and sages, worship him, and the Upanishads sing his glories. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. You will find in Upanishad this Nirakar, no form. Brahma means supreme, has no form. Nirakar. Nirvikar, no transformation. Then Apurusha, not person. Apani, no hands. All this. So they misunderstand what this means. It means no material hands. Because it is stated, no hands, but he takes everything. No eyes, but he sees everything. So you have to understand what is the meaning. And Nirakar means no material form, this temporary form, which is always transforming and finished. Not like that. So both is there in Upanishads. So you have to realize what is the meaning. Sometimes the form is described, sometimes it says no form. So you have to understand. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained. So if one properly accepts Upanishads, then he will see they are actually describing Supreme Lord and worshipping him. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. When Lord Jagannath moves along the road on his Ratha Yatra car, at every step, large assemblies of Brahmanas loudly chant prayers and sing songs for his pleasure. Hearing their hymns, Lord Jagannath becomes very favorably disposed towards them. He is the ocean of mercy and the true friend of all the worlds. Some days back we were hearing, if one can realize that Supreme Lord is Suhrid Sarvadehinam or Sarvabhutanam, he is the friend of all, well-wisher of all, and nothing can happen without his will, then one can have peace when he realizes this, that there is no injustice. It is all for the best. May that Jagannath Swami, along with his consort Lakshmi, who was born from the ocean of nectar, be the object of my vision. Lakshmi was born from nectar. Lord Jagannath, whose eyes resemble full-blown lotus petals, means they're like long, elongated eyes. They go long to back, whose eyes resemble full-blown lotus petals, is the ornament on Lord Brahma's head. He resides on Nilachala hill with his lotus feet placed on the heads of Anantadev. That is the snake form who sings the glories of Supreme Lord. He himself is Supreme Lord in this form, and thousands of hoods, and he's singing the glories. So his lotus feet are placed on the heads of Anantadev. Overwhelmed by the mellows of love, that is transcendental divine love, he joyfully embraces Srimati Radharani's body, which is like a cool pond. May that Lord Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. Our Gurudev said that body word is not fully appropriate because that conception may come that there is some difference between Krishna and his body, or Radharani and her body, but only we are saying like that. But in reality, there is no difference. That is transcendental form, eternal form. I do not pray for a kingdom, nor do I pray for gold, rubies, or wealth. I do not ask for a beautiful wife as desired by all men. I simply pray that Jagannath Swami, whose glories Lord Shiva always sings, may be the constant object of my vision. So one who got the taste of service of Supreme Lord, he can have no any other desire of this world, nor of liberation. Liberation is like a hell to him, because there is no service there. So like a hell, so not praying for anything, only for his service. O Lord of the demigods, please quickly remove this useless material existence I am undergoing. O Lord of the Yadus, please destroy this vast, shoreless ocean of sins. Alas, this is certain. Lord Jagannath bestows his lotus feet upon those who feel themselves fallen and have no shelter in this world but him. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. So, shoreless, this useless material existence means being averse to him. And ocean of sins means these all activities which are not for the service of Krishna. So you please rescue me from this. Let me serve you. If restrained, virtuous soul who recites these 8 verses glorifying Lord Jagannath becomes cleansed of all sins and duly proceeds to Lord Vishnu's abode. The Jagannathastakam was sung by Caitanya Mahaprabhu, praying for the grace of Jagannath every day. Then yesterday we finished the history of Purushottam month. I am saying history because the word story may be understood as something fictitious. But when I say history, we should not think this is something temporary. It happened and now finished, gone. No, that is also not correct. That is eternal lila, how Purushottam month is appearing and how he is blessed on this. So yesterday we finished that from Brihad Naradiya Purana, but because it is the instruction of Acharya to hear the glories of Purushottam month every day. So from now on, as I said yesterday, I will read this verse spoken by Supreme Lord Shri Krishna himself about Purushottam month, so that we may hear the glories. Yesterday we heard, even hearing the glories of Purushottam, you will be rescued from all sins, that you will get devotion. So when Purushottam month was depressed because everyone neglecting her, then she took shelter of Narayan, and Narayan out of compassion took her to Shri Krishna in Goloka and explained the situation. Then Shri Krishna's heart melted and he spoke thus: Aham eter yatha loke pratitah Purushottama tathayam api lokeshu pratitah Purushottama asmai samarpitah sarve ye gunamai samstita mat sadrishyam upagamya masanam adipo bhavet jagat pujyo jagat vandyo masoyam tu bhavishyati sarve masah sakamascha nishkamoyam maya krita akamah sarva kamova yo dhimasam prapujayet karmani basmasat kritva mam evaishyati asangshayam kadachin mama bhaktanam aparadeti ganyate purushottama bhaktanam naparada kadachana ya etasmin mahamura japa dan adi varjita sat karma snan rohita deva tirtha dvija dvisha jayante durbaga dushtah para bhagyo pajivana na kadachit sukham teshan swapna pishasha shringavat yena ham archito bhaktyam asesmin purushottame dhan putra sukham bhunktva paschat golokavasa bhag. Ramapati, this means Narayan. Rama with long A at the end, not Rama, but Rama. That is Lakshmi. So the husband of Lakshmi, He Ramapati, just as I am celebrated in this world by the name Purushottam, similarly this Adimas, means extra month too, will be renowned in the world by the name Purushottam. Now I offer all my qualities to this month. Becoming like me, from today onwards, this Adimas is the monarch of all other months and is the most worshipable and most adored in the world. All other months are Sakama, that is, they will grant worldly desires. This month, however, is Nishkama, means you will get eternal welfare. Those who worship this month, either without any desires, that is Akama, or with all types of desires, will have all their karmas burned. We heard about the example that he was observing, because he was very greedy, he was observing Purushottam month with the desire to get wealth from that merchant. But even then, his all karmas were burned, and later on he got that benefit, and ultimately he, as here stated by Krishna, then they will achieve me at the end. My bhaktas sometimes commit offenses, but in this Purushottam month they will be protected from committing any offense. Offense means activities which are displeasing to Krishna and his devotees. In this Adimas, those greatly foolish persons who neglect to perform auspicious activities such as japa, that is repetition of mantra, silently. Japa generally means silent repetition of mantra with counting. And kirtan is to pronounce. But japa can be done also in three ways. One second. Japa in Shastra, it is mentioned, can be done in 3 ways. By loudly chanting, by whispering, so that only you can hear, no one else, and fully mentally, inside. For general mantras, those Diksha mantras, Pancharatik mantras, mentally is best. Fully mentally, not moving tongue, nothing. But for Mahamantra, it is opposite. Loud is best, better, more benefit, because others will hear also. So Kirtan is, and congregational Kirtan even better. But when doing Japamala, like fixed number of mantras, then you can do in either this way. But for beginners, it is better to at least something, sound should come, something. Maybe not fully loudly necessary, but at least something. Then it will be full engagement, and also your mind will not be diverted. Even if your mind gets diverted, but still that mantra will be chanted and that sound will purify. So for Mahamantra. But for other mantras, mentally is. For certain mantras, only mentally is allowed. If you loudly say it and someone hears it, you will lose it. So for certain. But for Mahamantra, it is. So here Krishna is telling japa, that is one kind of auspicious activity, such as japa, giving in charity, visiting and bathing at the holy places, and who are envious of the brahmanas are deemed wicked, unfortunate, and living at the cost of others. Thus, they will not attain a sense of happiness even in their dreams. Conversely, those who are filled with bhakti will take advantage of this Purushotam month to perform archan to me, that is worship. After enjoying worldly happiness, as we heard in examples such as wealth, sons, and so on, they will eventually attain residence in Goloka. That is for Swanishta practitioners, but those who are Parinishtita, superior type, and Nirapeksha, they will not, they will immediately have that pure devotion to him, and they will taste that transcendental bliss even while in this world. So that Japa Mala, rosary, the actual word is Japa Mala. Mala means rosary, like a garland. Japa means a repetition of mantra silently. So that which is helping you, that is called Japa Mala. But in short, devotees, they say, where is my japa? It is not fully correct. In India, you will not hear like that. They will say, where is my mala, or where is my japa mala? And some, they even misunderstood. They thought japa means this, rosary, and mala means the bag for keeping the japa. But that is not correct. Mala means rosary. And why to keep in bag? Because Tulsi, those who got initiation, they will get Tulsi Japamala, Tulsi sacred plant. So it should not touch ground or some impure place, or even feet, they will so tulsi mala should be kept in pure. Even you have to wash your hand every time before you start chanting. Should not touch with impure hand. So one is for practical reasons, so that japa mala will stay inside the bag. It will not go everywhere, and also sometimes if you are walking, japa walk, that is also not, but it is possible for devotees, for Mahamantra. So it is not going everywhere, and it should not touch any impure place, especially not feet or some dirty cloth or something. And this is one reason. Another reason is, this is personal thing. It should not be, because it is sacred. Tulsi is sacred, and when Guru gives the Tulsi Mala, he worshipped, and there is Radha Krishna installed, and the gopis and all. So that is sacred. It is not like some tool, not a tool, meditation tool. It's not, that is worshipable. You should not keep on the ground. You should always keep in some high position and with respect and on clean. And it is sacred, so it should not be seen by just anyone, because they will disrespect, and that is not good for them. And you also, it is not good to show. It is not for show. So it is a sacred thing, and you should, because that bhav is there of Gurudev. He was chanting, and his mood of love for Krishna is present. So it is not just like some tool you buy in shop. And I'm speaking about that Japamala, once you get it, like a tool for meditation. Not like that. It is sacred, and it will give devotion. There are many prayers also to Japamala. You can chant before chanting. There are the prayers to Japamala. You please give me residence in Vrindavan and devotion and all this. So it is sacred. So for this reason it is kept hidden, not on the eyes of ordinary people. They will disrespect, and you are not to show to such people who may disrespect. Then you will be also responsible. Like if you throw, in Christianity they say this, if you throw pearls to swines, that is not good. They will misuse because they don't know the value. Should not throw pearls to swines, but in India they will say you should not throw pearl necklace to monkey. We don't have monkeys here, so we say swine. But in India they will say monkey cannot understand the value of pearl necklace, so he will tear it and throw it like this. And you will be responsible for giving. So to unqualified persons should not be given things which they are unable to properly respect, use, serve, all this. So that is why Japamala received from bona fide Guru is a sacred thing, and should be kept very carefully. And that will give you the devotional strength and all this. That is why in a bag, and traditionally it is white bag. White. And there is that counter there to know how much you chanted, how many rounds. We have to start with 4 rounds. That is 1 granti. And when we feel inspired to more, then we increase by 4. It's 8, then 12, like this, by 4. And the goal is to reach 16 grantis. That is 64 rounds. Gradually, but gradually, the quality is more important than quantity. With concentration, we have to chant with surrender, attention, and with love and hearing. Then gradually we can improve. Then when quality will be, then automatically quantity also will increase, automatically. No need to forcefully. Then some other effect may come, or we will think only about the number. Oh, this more and more, or this. We will be number conscious, not Krishna conscious. Or also should not chant too fast. Have to start that you have to pronounce clearly. Then Gurudev told, when you will be habituated, then the speed will automatically also come, but not at the cost of quality. You should not like mispronounce or miss some words out and only to finish quickly. That is not the point. That Gopananda Bon Maharaj, he told me when I was in Vienna, he was also showing to some, and he said very quickly. Then he asked, where is Krishna there? Where is Krishna? If you chant like this, where is Krishna? So our Gurudev said, it may go slow. That is no harm. That is no harm. You should not think about the number, but should think about Krishna for his service, not about the number and very quickly and finish large thing. We should know Krishna is hearing us. So how you will feel if someone will chant your name like just as something? There is no love, nothing there. So carefully we have to. So here Krishna is telling, if someone will not do japa, then that is foolishness during Purushotam month. They cannot be happy. But those who will do, we are doing Mahamantra, jap, and also this Panchatattva mantra, and this mantra, especially during Purushottam month, we are also counting 12 times or more. And daily we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Yesterday we heard the Srila Sai Maharaja's disciples' explanation of this verse. I will read it again, translation. Therefore, O infallible Lord, kindly excuse my offenses. I have taken birth in the mode of passion and am therefore simply foolish, presuming myself a controller independent of your lordship. My eyes are blinded by the darkness of ignorance, which causes me to think of myself as the unborn creator of the universe. That is Swayambhuva. Means unborn means not from parents, but he appeared from navel of Vishnu. But please consider that I am your servant and therefore worthy of your compassion. So when we are in ignorance, we don't know who really we are, to whom we belong, who is Supreme Lord. We are blinded. That is why we are chanting that mantra, means we are praying. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitan jena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnana timirandasya. By the darkness of ignorance, I am andha, blind. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya. You have, O Gurudev, you have that ointment for the eyes. Jnana, that knowledge, ointment by which you open my eyes. Jnananjana Shalaka, Chakshurun Militam, yes, opening eyes, Chakshurun Militam, Jena, by whose grace, that is Gurudev, I am offering my humble obeisances unto him. By his grace we can see things as they are. When sun appears, then he will show himself and also everything in proper perspective. During night you cannot recognize. Like that, when there is appearance of Supreme Lord who is absolute knowledge, then you will see himself by his grace and he will show himself, and you will also see yourself in relation to him, in proper real self, and all others, and all things, everything. So that happens by the grace of Gurudev. Gurudev gives us Harikatha and instructions how to surrender to Supreme Lord, how to serve him. Then we can see things as they are and do as is eternally beneficial. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining, Brahma continued, though my bad conduct is worthy of punishment, my foolishness is worthy of forgiveness. So please be merciful and pardon me completely. Do not withhold your mercy from this fallen one. Therefore, I address you as Achyuta, the infallible Lord. You should remember that the most fallen require more mercy. So kindly pardon my offense. When we are humble, then we will attract that grace. Achyuta also means nothing is detached from him. So here Brahma is telling Achyuta means not divide, nothing is detached from him. So I am not detached from you. I am your son. I am your servant. So please be merciful to me. You should remember that the most fallen require more mercy. So kindly pardon my offense. Brahma then identifies his low qualities. I have taken birth in the mode of passion, Rajobhuva, and I foolishly think that I am separate from you. When we are in illusion, then we think we are separated from Krishna. We don't know we are eternally related to him. We have eternal relation with him. And that we are to serve him. This we are not aware when we are in Maya. Brahma explains his identity as a controller. With great pride, I think I am your son arising from your navel, but I am blind, Andha, in all 8 eyes, because Brahma has 4 heads in this universe. In our universe, 4 heads, but in another universes, which are bigger in size, there are Brahmas with 8 heads, 16 heads, 32, 100, 1,000, like that also. But my pride will be destroyed when the moon of your mercy shines upon me. How will forgiveness manifest? Krishna considers, this Brahma is worthy of my mercy because though he shows himself as the master elsewhere, towards me he is a servant. Or the meaning can be, out of foolishness, Brahma made a show of independence in front of me. But in truth, Brahma is controlled because of dependence on my energy. Therefore, I should show him mercy. So Krishna is considering in this way. Krishna first creates that from Prakriti, the gunas are in equilibrium, then he will agitate those by his power, by glance and everything, then that Mahatattva will first appear, and then Ahankar and Tanmatras, senses, all elements, everything. First he will, so to say, create, but it is not create out of nothing. It is only, it becomes manifest. Then Brahma will, from those materials, he will make secondary creation. He will make the bodies of all the, and places for all the conditioned souls. The conditioned souls will enter. So that is his job. He's not actual creator. Like in this world, scientists, they may boast that they created something, but they cannot create anything. They collected already materials which are already there, and they also did not invent anything. That was already, everything is there, existing by Krishna's will. Only they discover something, and that is also by Krishna's grace. He shows them. And Krishna, at any moment, he may change that. It is not that everything is fixed, like physical laws, biological laws. It is like from always it is like this and no one can change. No, it is not from always. It is when Krishna manifests, and it is how Krishna manifests, and he may change also. And there are many examples how he can change physical laws to suit certain things. So no one can boast at any time, I am this, I invented, I create all this. No. Even Brahma, he's engaged for this, to create, but if he becomes proud, then also this will happen. So ultimately he is humble and begging for forgiveness. I try to boast, so you please forgive me. Actually, all we are dependent on Supreme Lord. We are his eternal servants. So tomorrow we will hear further